I'm Matt Rathel. I own and operate Graphite Lab, a video game development company located in St. Louis, Missouri, in the U.S. I also am a professor of practice of game design at Maryville University, which is a four-year institution located also in St. Louis. And there, I've crafted a game design program that seeks to give students a path into the industry through higher education. And being in those two roles, I get questions all the time from students, from aspiring game developers, from parents of aspiring game developers, asking for clarity and advice and things like that, all centered around how to get into the industry and how to be successful in the industry. So I have a few questions that have been posed to me, and I'd like to answer them on this video because frequently I'm answering these one-on-one, and I feel like it's probably an answer that more than one person would benefit from. So I'll make these videos and share them, and hopefully you comment and share them, and we can keep that conversation going and help more students. So the question that I'll answer here is, how do I handle changes in the industry? Do I freelance? Do I look for smaller opportunities? Do I go back to school for a certificate, work at Starbucks, etc.? And I'm assuming that the subtext of this question, which came from a potential student, aspiring game designer here in St. Louis, I'm assuming the context here is like, how do you handle things when, companies contract, or jobs get lost, or projects wrap up without another project around the corner? And around the time I'm making this video, some very significant layoffs and other things have been happening in the tech industry, including layoffs at companies like Microsoft and Twitter and Facebook and other game development studios as well. So I'll answer this question with a little bit of perspective from the kind of the business owner's point of view, I guess, because we as a studio are constantly trying to find ways to craft new product and generate revenue and hire and employ people and so on and so forth. So we are constantly looking for new opportunities, and sometimes these opportunities aren't the largest projects. Sometimes they are smaller opportunities, like posed in the question. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, a new wave of game development, or a new trend in game development, came through. On the mobile side specifically, it was a kind of a subgenre of games referred to as hyper casual. And you may know some of these hyper casual games or know of the developers that make them. Well, Graphite Lab at the time was seeking out some new opportunities, and we contracted to do a few small hyper casual games because we didn't really have anything else really big on deck at that time. And we went through the process, and we found out through that process that these just weren't really like the best opportunities for us. When faced with any kind of like cutbacks or layoffs or other things, my advice and my direction is to always explore new things. You never know what new adventure might open up more opportunities for you. So even though like hyper casual in my story wasn't a good fit for us, there are some other trends in game development that have been useful to us, such as using data-informed / rational design to inform our game design choices, which has allowed us to invest in things like data analytics and other kind of trends of that nature. So we're always looking for new opportunities. We are always looking to bring new specialties to the games that we make. We're always kind of pushing in that direction. So for those of you that might be currently looking for the next gig or trying to find ways to diversify your portfolio, I think picking up smaller opportunities is certainly a fine way to keep your skills sharp and expand the portfolio. I think freelancing is a great way to keep your mind entrepreneurially trained. So always thinking about how to make budgets balance and make sure the time worked against the budget offered is reasonable. And these are things that any future employer would benefit from too. These are skills that and personalities and traits that future employees will appreciate. And yeah, if it comes to it, picking up a gig at Starbucks, if that's what it takes to bring a little cash flow while you study and build skills, outside of those working hours. Don't shy away from the hard work if it helps you get where you want to be.